Today we're going to be repurposing these keys from a vintage piano. I thought I was going to use the ones with the white ivory pieces on them, but I decided to use the one without the pieces. And I'm just kind of thinking about what I want to do with these. I kind of lined them up and I was like, oh, these kind of look like a flag. Let's do a flag with these. So I just took the ones without the ivory pieces and I arranged them in a manner that I thought that I could go ahead and make the American flag. This is going to be a really rustic piece. So I'm going to do some hot glue, and I'm using the Gorilla wood glue sticks for this project. They hold very well, and for purposes of getting this project out, I just wanted to use hot glue, but you can use wood glue if you feel the need to have a more long-term hold. But the wood hot glue is the Gorilla One brand. It holds pretty well. And I laid out my pieces, and so now I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue those together, making sure not to put too much hot glue in because you don't want it to squeeze out on the other end. Now, if you don't have piano keys available to you, you can use any pieces of scrap wood for this project. This is just something that I purchased off of Whatnot, so I had it on hand. So we're just going to go ahead and use these, go ahead and upcycle and repurpose those. That's what I've kind of been into lately. So I got all my pieces together, and I am going ahead and gluing those together. So now that I have them all glued together, I'm going to start painting. I picked up some folk art paint. I think that said navy blue, but this is just acrylic paint. But you can use any type of paint that you have on hand. We're going to go ahead and I thought I had two different shades of blue, but they're both the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint these. I'm just giving a rough coverage because I like this to look really rustic. So I'm not going to get full coverage and worry about missing spots or anything like that because I want this piece to look really rustic and worn. Just to go with the style, this is old wood, so we're going to make it look rustic and worn. So then I'm coming in with some still folk art paint in red. I didn't have a red that was really dark enough, so I just added some brown paint to try to darken up that tone. So again, keeping that warm rustic tone with these, and we're just going to paint every other plank here with the keys, or every other key. Again, we're making the American flag, so of course we got to get our red, white, and blue on. So we're just going to paint every other. And again, I'm not worried about full coverage because you'll be seeing we'll be doing some distressing and everything. And then also I'm going to come in with some white paint. Now, this is chalk paint. I think that this is like an off-white, antique white color. Sorry about my arm in there. But again, we're just going to go in and paint the other portions of those keys with the white paint. So we can simulate the American flag. Again, coverage is not an issue. If you notice on the bottom one, I ended with a red stripe underneath because, of course, that's the way the American flag looks. And then we're just going to, when I'm finished painting, we're going to hit it with the heat gun and dry up everything. And then we are going to go ahead and distress this. I'm just using my finger sander. This is 80 grit. And you see I'm not really caring about the paint, kind of pulling back some of that wood tone because I want to see that rusticness underneath, because I think this is the part that makes this project so Americana. And even the part over here, like there was some white underneath, you just want it to look really worn. I still have my little ladybug vacuum cleaner. I love that little thing. I'll never get rid of it. It still works, so I still use it. And then so once I get this all sanded back, we're going to come in with these little rusty stars that I had in my stash. You can get these from Dollar Tree, Amazon. I think I actually got these off of Whatnot. They're just metal stars that somebody had rusted up. Be creative with it. Of course, I don't have enough for all 50 states, so we're just going to use 5. And I'm just working on my placement here. And once I get this all set up and lined up the way I want to, we're going to go ahead and use that same Gorilla hot glue and glue those down with our hot glue gun. You can use E6000, any other product that you want to do to attach this, but this worked really well even on the metal So then I'm just testing it out, making sure it stands up. I'm going to be white waxing this, but first I decided to use some Distress Oxide ink, and I believe that is in Vintage Photo, just to, again, bring some more rustic appeal to this, more worn in, hit up those spots. And also, I'm now picking off the glue strands because I don't want the glue strands. So we got that all situated, and I need to make you watch me get it all situated. But anyway, so now we're going to come in with some white wax. This is a folk art antique white wax. It's not really my favorite. It's just what I had on hand. So I'm just going to wipe it on. I'm also going to hit up those stars because I do want them to have some white to it, but also have that rustiness come through. And then I dried it a little bit, and then we're just going to wipe off a little bit of the excess. And I think this project came out so cute and Americana, and we are going to style this up in some little vignettes, and I just wanted to make sure it would stand on either side. So now this is what it looks like. Very rustic, great for all of your Americana Decor, and you can stand it up this way as well. And here is my Memorial Day vignette. It'll carry me through the summer seasons. Hope you enjoy it.